Our next guest in our Act Two is Dr. Lauda Biagi, an artist, educator, storyteller, and health and wellness guru. I got introduced to her as the High Priestess in Peace Book in 2018, and she has somehow outlived that moniker with me. I am connected, we are connected to Dr. B because she's a Collaborative Action Company member, and she has found an artistic family here in Chicago, and we are the proud members of that family. Dr. B, welcome to Crucial Connections.
Thank you. So happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me to be in this opening episode of this amazing live event. I'm really honored. Thank you.
And you're going to be honoring us with a meditative practice, honoring our wildest becoming. We did a sound video check earlier in the week, and I just want to say to everybody out there, this is really powerful stuff. And when you're thinking about, we wanted this show to be hyper local and thinking global. And, you know, Aisha and June really represent the hyper local here with us. Now, Dr. B is one of us. So she's ultra hyper local, but thinking globally, she's going to really connect us to the globe itself. And I'm really excited for your meditative practice. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. So I would like to invite everybody. You can keep your eyes open if you like, but for just the next couple of minutes, the practice really is about listening and about bringing your breath back into yourself. So you're welcome to look. You're also welcome to close your eyes and take a breath with us. And some words came up in this episode. You know, it's love, give love, connection, essence, crucial decisions, time to heal. Also, Taurus birthdays. Hi, Taurus Queen, right there. The Taurus new moon was yesterday. And Tara is the goddess of the earth and the goddess of healing, deep healing. So I just wanted to show you before we get in there, because you're going to be resonating with this beautiful engraved bowl. And so all of the symbols of this bowl are going to resonate with the sound and come into your aura and sphere. And so the practice here is to just simply close your eyes. Let's all take a deep breath together and release that. So simple and so important, right? So we're going to take another deep breath. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere in the body and relax that. And then allow the sound of the bowl to wash you like a bath, like a sound where your energy around you and inside of you is just going to be soothed and massaged by the bowl. Okay, so we're going to do it for a couple of minutes. Take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, relax your shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. Relax the back of the neck, your chest, shoulders. Relax your tummy and allow gravity to really make you sit on your chair or couch. Drop your shoulders. As you breathe in, imagine the space around you become more rarefied and less tense. Also feel that you're becoming lighter with less thickness in your mind, more ease between thoughts. Now you can also imagine that there's a golden egg around you that is your heart energy, your heart, your love that is emanating And if you would like, you can place a hand on your heart and a hand on your tummy to connect your mind, your heart, and your gut to be one and wholesome. Feel the back of your heart open. Feel the back of your heart expand, and your lower back also. Good, and then you can bring your hands together and rub them to create heat in the palm of your hands. And intuitively let your hands go in any place of your body that feel like you need some extra energy there. Some stretching, some calm, a little bit extra care, a little bit of trust that everything is okay right now. You're holding yourself. Do that a couple of times. See if other parts of the body need comfort. Beyond judgment, beyond the rational mind, just intuitively loving yourself exactly the way you are right now. Wonderful. And lastly, we're going to shake our hands. Shake it. And create even more space in this aura or pranamaya kosha, as it's called in yoga, just to create more space and then push out reality for a minute. Just take some space as healers and people who work in the community online and in person. Sometimes it's too much. You just want to push it out a little bit. Just give yourself a little breath. Thank you.
Oh. Oh. We'll be able to go back and watch this recording and have our own 5-minute heart opening. You pulled out the back of the heart open on us? And the golden egg? And the rarefied air? That was amazing. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like, oh, you're just breathing and closing your eyes. What does that do? It's incredible. Dr. B, what can you tell us? Yeah, like most people around 4:30, I feel like I haven't slept in 3 days and I'm exhausted. And what can we do to take better care of ourselves and to help us not feel like you know, we are in a war zone?
Yeah. So the first thing to remember is that the majority of us feels this way. And so not to get worried that it's just me. Why am I not enough? Why am I not doing enough? Why is this not enough? I need to do more. Why me? Why me? So just know that across age and across generations, everybody's feeling a little bit like that. There are two separate and very similar, actually, reactions that people are having across the board. Some people feel apathic. They feel that they can't do anything. They don't want to get off the bed or get off the couch and like totally exhausted all the time. And some other people are in hyper mode because we want to be of service. We want to help. We want to just connect and all of that. So what puts the two together is that whether you are running, whether you are apathic, most likely you're not breathing. So we go really back to the breath. It's really, truly so simple and so complex. Our evolution has pushed us to bring breathing into the autonomic nervous system, which is a great blessing because we don't have to think about it. And at the same time, that means that because we don't have to think about it, when we are shocked, like, you know, the system's shocked, we don't think about it. And so if we bring awareness, like, you know, if you're on several Zoom calls or you're planning or you have your kids or everything you do, connect it to the breath. Everything you do, do your best to just breathe. So you're sitting at the Zoom, breathe. You're picking up your kid, breathe. Just, it's as simple. That's really the only thing. That and hydration with water. We're so blessed we have access to water. The two together are everything really we need in terms of self-care, you know, when it comes to your question. The rest is just forgiveness. It's okay. You're not going to be able to do 2 million things in one day. You're not supposed to do 2 million things in one day. Do 3. That's okay. The other things can wait. Everybody's on the same boat. So forgive yourself, forgive others, and reach out and be like, hey, I can't do 1 million. Can I do 3 and you do 2? It's like, yeah, no, sure. And just breathe through it. And that's really the best I see with my students at the university, with my family in Italy. The only tip I can give anyone and myself is just breathe. This is it. This is it. Breathe, drink a glass of water, and let's go. That's it. That's it, really.
Marcus or Dr. Slick, do you have any questions for Dr. B?
I had to first write down, forgive yourself. Oh, grazie mille. So I have a question for you, sis. It's related to noise pollution, especially sudden noise pollution. I live very close to the Red Line, about a block, and I find that I've lived here for a long time. I'm familiar with that sound, but now a roaring train sometimes will wake me out of my sleep and will completely have me out of sorts. And I know that I'm not the only one hearing everyday sounds, but for some reason it feels mutated. The sirens sound completely different. The neighbors that you can overhear, everything feels like a Twilight Zone episode, as you know. So
Yes, yeah.
My question to you is, how does one deal with that sudden onset of audio overwhelmingness, if that's a word or a term?
Yeah, I understand. I feel what you're saying. This is true because our nervous system in this fight, flight, freeze state right now, because our habits have been changed completely. So our animal nature is in a really heightened. And so our senses are really heightened, and hearing is definitely heightened. So there are a couple of things that can be done. First of all, if you're able to breathe through the day, so not waiting at night, but through the day, allow yourself to sit by the window where the red line is, or any other form of sound is, and allow yourself to relax with the sound. So rather than block, but not at night, because at night, of course, you want to, right. So during the day, you pick one time, like 15 minutes when you're in a good mood, hopefully, right? And you're just going to sit there and sit with it and see how it jars you, how it makes you so stressed and upset, and see if you can relax around it. You can also anchor that with any form of like movement, or just putting your hand on your heart, so that at night you can bring back that forgiveness for that sound in that anchor that you practice during the day. So that's one thing that I say. The other thing is that, for example, if you have neighbors who are agitated and they move stuff and, it's all night long and all of that, I listen to tuning bowls on YouTube. There are recordings that are like 9-10 hours long, as well as recordings of sound waves that are long, like 9 hours long. And I put it just near my bed. And I just focus on the sound of the waves rather than on the sound of the train or the neighbors. So one of them is to forgive the sound. The other one is to override it with another sound that feels better. And then the last one that I do is that I always have valerian or melatonin. I try to get them in a good quality, organic. So the valerian is amazing. Like if I get a little bit of valerian after a half hour, my body would just surrender to it. The melatonin I use about an hour before I go to bed if I know that I'm super stressed. You cannot overdose. Ask your physician anyway, but still, those are natural, lavender oil, other things. But to sum it up, when you wake up and you're jarred, just put the sound of the waves and just surrender, just forgive it. Just forgive yourself for being so agitated because you're doing your best. Because there's the rage of resisting it. That's what is keeping you alive, awake.
Got it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a quick question as we come to a close here. I've so benefited from our one-on-one sessions that you and I have had together, and I wonder if you could give our viewers an opportunity to kind of get a sense of the dimension of work that you do one-on-one through Zoom or individualized work or some of the other group things that you do, so that we're aware of that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marcus. I really appreciate that question because I love being of service. So on Instagram at my_wildest, every Monday night from 6:45 p.m. to 7 p.m. I do sound healings live on Instagram that you can then see again. I'll put my address in the chat. So those are live and they stay there for about an hour. And then as a health and life coach, I'm available for sessions. I'm available for individual sessions as well as 90-day programs that, tend to people's transformation if you really want to transform something that is deep-rooted. I work with US certified health and life coach training, and I also incorporate astrology, yoga, and other practices, contemplative practices such as Reiki and other forms of healing that I have learned in Europe and India. So yeah, all of this information is on my website. Thank you so much. And on Instagram. So I'll put those information in the chat. And I give complimentary calls if people just want to, schedule a call to see if what I do is good for them, and at no cost really. So yeah, you're welcome to contact me and see if we can help each other, because what I love about it is that I always learn from my students and my clients. So I love it. So yeah, thank you for asking.
You're so welcome.
Dr. B, thank you for joining us. You'll have to come back and visit us again, but thanks for being a part of our first ever show here on Crucial Connection.
I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you, beautiful people. I love Chicago.
Hey!
Wow,
Viva Italia! We love you.
Yeah.
My goodness.